I am so excited about today's video. Not that I'm not always excited, I'm always excited, but today I'm especially excited for February 2024's book of the month because I loved it that much. I am just that excited. I can't stop cheesing for some reason. Can you tell how much I love talking about books? Like, if I am taking time out of my day to sit here in front of a camera, in front of this microphone that likes to fall off my desk, I must love books. Must love books. I'm just jumping right in. Let me find some manners and say hello to the peoples. Hello, my peoples, my fellow book lovers. Welcome back to my channel. As they say, if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, I appreciate you beyond belief. Today, I will be discussing my February 2024 book of the month. I'm super excited. This book did not come out in 2024, but it did come out at the end of 2023. So let's just get into it. So our book of the month is The Tramp by Miss Sabrina B. Scales, a part of the BLP Fairytales. And these are a collection of books, a series of books that are retellings, and y'all know how much I love a retelling of different fairy tales or different Disney fairy tales. So this one is a retelling of Lady and the Tramp. And my tagline for this one is, who doesn't love a good plot twist? This was beautifully written, if I must say so myself. I haven't seen the actual movie Lady and the Tramp in a very, very long time. I don't know how many years old. I was single digits years old, I'm pretty sure, when I saw this movie. And it wasn't one of my favorite Disney movies, but my girl Sabrina, she flipped that joint on its head. I remember bits and pieces of the old movie, or not the old movie, but the original movie. And we all know that, well, I think we all know that famous scene, if you've ever seen snippets of Lady and the Tramp, of the two dogs slurping up the ends of the two separate ends of the pasta. Yeah, Lady and the Tramp, that's mainly what I remember from it, but I apologize. I don't know why I'm apologizing for other people being noisy, but noisy neighbors, if y'all hear rumbling, it's coming from above me, and there's nothing I can do to make it stop. Okay, so this one was released in 2023, as I said. It is 121 pages, so it's considered a novella. And of course, I will have this link below if you guys want to check it out. I think this time around, I'm actually going to read you guys the description, simply because I want to remind myself what is included in the description so I don't give any spoilers, so I can kind of just stick to what's already been stated in the description, so it's not like I'm giving anything away. So here we go. There are two places to wind up in the city of Armony Hill. While the well-kept and wealthy lived up at the top, those who got their hands dirty could be found at the bottom. The two neighborhoods rarely collided because of status and such. But we all know that love is the tie that binds, and most conditions can be ignored when it comes to the heart. Layla Drake resides at the top, where life was peaches and cream. As the eldest child and only daughter of real estate guru Desmond Drake, Lila has never wanted for anything in her extremely privileged life. While her Aunt Judy is determined to pair her with someone suitable, Lila fights her tooth and nail, ever suspicious about her motives. Just as Lila reaches the end of her rope, Aunt Judy introduces a young man who sparks her curiosity in a way she can't ignore. Baji Pfeiffer was raised respectfully at the bottom of Armony Hill as the son of a single mother who didn't live long enough to watch him grow. Taken in by his grandmother, along with his troubled twin sister, Baji sees Harmony Hill from a completely different angle. When paths collide between the boy from the bottom and the girl from the top, suspicions are unearthed and family secrets are exposed. Take this journey into the beautiful city of Harmony Hill and find out if this is simply a love story or if we'll uncover something more. That description definitely drew me in. I've read several of the books in the series, but this one stuck with me because it wasn't clearly a retelling, mainly because I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but it was a retelling with a absolute urban twist to it. And you can kind of tell that from the description that it's going to be a little grittier than a Disney, a lot grittier than a Disney story. It wasn't fluffy. It wasn't cutesy. I think even the original movie was a little bit on Disney's darker side. Again, don't quote me on that because I haven't seen it in a long time, but this, it gives intrigue, it gives mystery. She has an aunt who is constantly trying to set her up with different guys to try to kind of marry her off or whatever. And it's not very clear throughout the story why her aunt is so persistent about her getting into a relationship or getting married off. Granted, she is the eldest of her siblings and she's lived a privileged life and all that, but it's like it's giving weird, like she's being really weird about it. But anyway, yeah, so that's part of where the intrigue comes from, part of where the mystery comes from. Like, why is her aunt so determined to get her married off? What is her motive? Like, what's in it for her? And from the beginning of the story, like, I just love it when a book pulls you in right from the jump. Like, y'all ain't gotta walk me, I ain't gotta hand feed me into the story. Like, just give it to me straight. Like, it's crazy right from the start, and I love it. Like usual, I am not gonna give away too much of the story. It was definitely an opposites attract type of story, but it's so much deeper than that. Oh, this every time, and I say this every time, it's so hard to give a review and try not to give too many spoilers. I really want to talk about it. I want to delve into it. And let's just say their first meeting is, I wouldn't say contentious. It's intrigue. I keep saying intrigue, but that's the word. It's intriguing. Like, you're just like, what is going on here? What are we about to get into? Because, like I said from jump, it's crazy. Like, gunfire, people diving for cover, like, get us out of here. Like, she's a privileged girl who with a very high curiosity for a place that she's supposedly never been before. For some reason she feels a draw to the bottom of Harmony Hill, and she finds herself there at some points in the story, and we don't really know why she feels this pull until closer to the end of the story. And Baji is such, I love Baji. Like, she can be a little, what's the word I'm looking for? You could be a little put off by Lila's character, but like I said in my previous book of the month video, I love a story where the characters actually develop and grow throughout the story. Like, they learn to, think outside of themselves and not, especially for a character like her who's privileged, who's been privileged pretty much her entire life and can be a little judgmental, can be standoffish, I guess. Like, I love when those type of characters experience a baji, experience different situations with those type of characters that makes them kind of put a mirror up to themselves. So anyway, my favorite part of the story is obviously the plot twist. Like, I love a good plot twist. And there are several. There's not just one major plot twist. There's a couple of plot twists that you do not see coming. Like, I'm very good for reading a story and kind of being able to tell what kind of trajectory is going to take. Because some of them kind of follow the same formula for the most part, with romance stories. But I love when I'm proven wrong. Like, I love a good plot twist. That's all I can say. I love a good plot twist, and this one gives a couple of plot twists. I mean, it's obvious that there is a connection between Lila and Baji, and Lila and the bottom of Harmony Hill. But you really don't for real get what was really going on until the very end. And it's not one of those things that's dragged out. Obviously, it's a novella, so it's not like this long drawn out book. Like, it gets to the point pretty quickly and easily and lovely. It's very well written. As usual, I love Sabrina B. Scales' writing. Overall, I gave it 5 stars. The story was very unexpected, very urban romance, intrigue, mystery, unexpected but totally satisfying. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am so tired right now. Like, sleep deprivation is no joke, folks. Like, get your sleep if you can. Like, because y'all see, I have so much editing to do with this video because I'm so tired, and I keep stopping and starting and umming and uhing, and it's a little exhausting in itself. But here I am. Anyway, we're gonna move along. Let's get into our honorable mention, because I have to honorably mention somebody. Granted, I didn't get to read as many books as I wanted to this month, because I started rereading a series. Like, I get into these moments where I just feel like rereading a book. It's kind of like rewatching the same TV show over and over again. It's a comfort thing. So Love Belvin came out with her Love's Improbable Possibility. I think that's the name of that series. That series is coming out in audio. And her first book came out earlier this month. So, or early February it came out. And yeah. So I got the audiobook, obviously, and I started rereading the rest of the stories because I'm like, I don't remember what happened. I have to go back and read the rest of them. So yeah, I didn't get to read as many books as I wanted to because I got caught back up in that story. But this month, coming up March, I think I have an idea of what I want to do for March. And I'm excited. I think I'll mention it at the end of this video, but we'll see. If I don't mention it at the end of this video, you guys will see coming up what it is I plan to do for March. Anyway, so moving on to our honorable mention, we have Big Boys Need Love 2, a Valentine's Day short by Winter Time. This came out obviously February 2024. It is a short, so it is 61 pages long. Our heroine's name was Jewelry. I forgot what her last name is. I didn't look it up. Maybe I'll put it up on the screen. And her hero's name was Royal Blue. Cute. Once again, not a fuzzy love story. It was sweet. It had its sweet moments, but boy, was it. It was a little, I don't even know what to call it. It was so funny though. It was funny. It was cute. They had its cute moments, but it was in your face as well. It was like, listen here, sir. We gonna get you together, because Mr. Royal Blue after what he'd been through, very on in the book, you'll learn or you'll see a flashback to his Valentine's Day 2022. So it's like a 2-year flashback at the beginning of the book, and you'll see what happens to Mr. Blue, to Royal Blue, 2 years ago, up, and then how that changed his personality somewhat up to this point, present day. And boy, did Jewelry had to get him together. It didn't take much, because girlfriend, she was giving off, I would say she's sweet, she's forgiving, she shows a lot of grace to people, but she's not one to play with, okay? She's not one to play with. No. And I loved her character so much. So I mean, obviously from the title, you know that our hero is a full-figured man. Shout out to the big boys, full-figured fellas, love you. And I love that so much about this story, because you know, a lot of romance stories, you get the tall and chiseled and muscular dudes that you get the description, you just know he fine. But you know what? My brothers with the meat on their bones, just something different about them. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it. That she gave us a book with a different type of hero. He could get slapped around a little bit for how he was acting, but he got himself together. My favorite stories always have a good, development of character situation. Oh my God, I can't even talk. I'm so tired. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. I am so tired. Listen, there's no rest around here. I'm always tired. I gotta push through. Anyway, back to the story. Okay, so let's get to my favorite parts. My favorite parts of this story. And my favorite parts of this story happen to be during the flashbacks that happen. So you get a flashback of a 2 years in the past for Royal Blue, 2 years in the past for Jewelry. And my favorite part for Royal Blue's flashback, I can't tell y'all what happened because it's giving away too much of the plot. I'm so sorry. But I implore you to please go read the story because it is just too good. Call me petty, and I may not have handled the situation the same way he did, but OMG, it was too fun. Like, it was too fun. I'm like, hey, it's a story. Like, if this happened in real life, I might have looked at him sideways. Like, what are you doing? But after what homegirl did, like, I can't say I would have handled it differently. I'm just saying. Anyway, read the book. See what I'm talking about. Now, Jury's, I don't know. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Her flashback was a little less funny, a little more like OMG. But I loved her flashback because it really kind of showed the type of person that she is, and that even though she had been through some BS behind some dude, she still remained true to herself. And she did not let that situation change her. Kind of dissimilar to how it transpired for Royal. Like, he went through his situation and it changed him for the worse. She went through something and she not remained the same. I mean, she was already a good person, but like, she didn't let that fool like change her. And I guess I can't tell y'all. It's giving away the plot. Y'all have to let me know if y'all don't mind me spoiling the stories a little bit for y'all. But I just know for me personally, I hate it when people spoil the story for me. Like, sometimes I don't even read the descriptions, like to the fullest because sometimes the description gives too much away of what the story is about. Like if I look at the cover, I read a little bit of the synopsis, a little bit of the description, and I find it intriguing, I'll read it. But sometimes, honestly, I'll just look at the cover and be like, this looks interesting, and I'll read it. And if I don't like it, I don't like it. If I like it, I like it. If I love it, I love it. But anyway, my point was, y'all let me know if y'all want me to get more in detail, and don't mind me spoiling, because I can tell you, if I start getting into stuff, I'm going to spoil the plot. And I don't want to do that to you guys. I just tell you guys what my favorite book, like try to give you why I love the stories, and maybe read the description to you, maybe give you a little bit of the plot of what happened in the story, but I'm trying not to give away actual things that happened in the story so I don't spoil the story. So y'all let me know how you feel about that. Okay, I think that's all I have for you guys today. So for the month of March, two of my favorite indie authors, have some books coming to audio for the first time, and I want to dive back into that series. It's a series of books, a collaborative series. So I want to dive back in, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before in another one of my videos, that I wanted to dive back into the series and try to review them without spoiling the plots and get everybody ready for the audio version. I can't wait to hear these in audio. I love when they come to life in audio. It's next level for me. So yeah, I'm probably gonna dive back into those stories for March in anticipation of the audio releases for these books. Don't hold me to it, because I'm not sure if that's what I'm gonna do. If I start seeing other books that are coming out that I want to read, things might change, but tentatively I will be bringing you guys some content for those books for March, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, so I think that's all I have for you guys today. I thank you so much for tuning in once again, and I will see you all next. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. I'm forgetting to ask you guys to subscribe if you like the content. Give it a thumbs up, and return for more. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.